Donna Davis in the house. Donna, before we go to our phone lines to talk to some of our listeners this morning, your family, you're married, you have children.
Yeah. I'm married. I've been married to a wonderful man from my same hometown for 17 years. And, he has sacrificed his career for mine and picked up and followed me all over the country.
Wow.
Came here with me. So he right now is just, concerned about taking care of me, making sure I'm okay. I will say that the hardest part was when I told my little boy. That was hard. He's 9. He's in 3rd grade here in Shelby County Schools. And I didn't tell him Tuesday. By the time I got home, he was in bed. And my first thought was, why did I wait until this weekend to tell him?
Yeah.
We can sit down, we can talk about it. But something hit me on Wednesday. I said, someone's going to tell him at school. I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
So at dinner time, I kind of pulled him to the side where it was just me and him. And I said, hey, little bear, I call him little bear. Mommy's going to have some time to be with you at Christmas. We're going to do some things. And he's like, oh, okay, that's good. He says, Mommy doesn't work at Channel 5 anymore, but that's okay. And he broke down crying. Oh. Because you have to remember now, Bev, when we got here, he was 1, okay?
Yeah.
And so all that my child knows is his mommy and Channel 5. It's just as much a part of me as my hair or, my face or just my identity, as far as he is concerned. So that one was hard. That took a minute. But, he's good. His classmates have been coming up to him. His teachers have been saying, hey, tell your mom we love her. Yeah. And I think that he's realizing that, it's going to be okay. But it's a lot for a 9-year-old to have to deal with.
Yes.
Being that I have such a public career.
Exactly.
And that put a lot of pressure on them. So right now, my husband's trying to take care of me, and we're trying to protect him.
Good. Oh, that's good. Well, you will have some time with him during the holidays.
That's right.
Doing some good things.
That's right. I got up and spent some time with him at breakfast this morning.
Good.
The other day I got up at 6:30 because, I typically working the night shift. I don't get home until 11:30, and by then, it takes a while to go to bed.
Exactly.
I woke up, I called my friend, I said, oh, so this is what the sunrise looks like. It's been a minute since I've seen this.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
We're going to our phone lines, Donna, to talk to some of your listeners this morning and viewers. Go to our phone lines to talk with you. Hey, J Mac, good morning.
Hey, Miss Johnson, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, J
How
Mac.
you doing, Miss Davis?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Look here, I just wanted to say this to you, Miss Davis. The best is yet to come.
Thank you.
And we're loving you. Keep on doing what you're doing. And Miss Johnson, you know how we feel about you. I can't even say it. You have a nice weekend, the both of you all.
Well, thank you, J
Okay,
Mac.
man, take care of yourself.
Thank you, J Mac.
Bye. Hi, Brenda. Good morning.
Good morning, and it's Joyce Brandon. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am fine. This is my first time ever calling in, but I had to do on such an occasion as this. But I just want to let Miss Davis know, you always hear people say, I remember where I was when Martin Luther King died or when 9/11 happened. Well, I remember what I was doing when I first got the news about you. And trust me, it was a terrible thing for me because I'm stuck and I'm glued to Channel 5 from the time I get up until the time I go to bed. But I just want to let you know, I know you probably heard Grandmama, as we always say, and them say, when one door closed, God is opening so many more. So never think that this was an accident. He knew this day was going to happen even before you did.
Yes.
So everything really does happen for a reason. And when I say this to you, I'm saying this to myself because I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring for me and my job.
That's
because everything is changing so much and so drastically. But I just want you to hold your head up because while you're holding yours up, I will be holding mine up as well, and I will continue to pray for you and yours.
And I'll lift you up too, Joyce.
Thank you. You're more than welcome. And you take care of yourself.
I will.
Bye-bye.
And, I just want to comment on something she said. I don't believe that there are any coincidences. And people have said to me, how are you so positive?
Right.
And I said, you know what? Because God has a plan, and I'm not just saying this to cope, because I'm a person that's very in touch with my emotions. If I were depressed, I would say, Bev, I'm depressed.
Okay.
Help me out, sister. You know.
Yeah.
But I just feel that everything is okay. I feel that something great is happening right now. It might not look like it, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people can't understand how you can see things, but I just feel it in my spirit. So thank you, Joyce, and she's absolutely right.
That's great. Hey, Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Beth.
Good morning. What do you say?
Oh, I love your work. Donna, also, I love yours. I just wanted to say, and I was going to ask a question as well, but one of the things I wanted to say is I'm such a real person. And a lot of times when you see individuals and you watch them, you feel that. There's a feeling that goes along with it. And I've always got that feeling in watching you. And there's several news stations out there, but a lot of times you don't get that feeling when you're watching it. My question was, how much of the communication y'all do when you're on air is your input or the station's input? I mean, and you know, and sometimes you hear people say things and inject things into certain communications when they're doing things, till it just turns you off.
Right.
So I was wondering how much of that input is y'all's, or how much is the station's, or how does that work? And I just wanted to let you know to keep your head up, and you've done a wonderful job, and I know the world is yours.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yes, and you know, I always just try to be who you are. You can't be someone else, you know. So I totally get you on just being true to who you are and letting that shine through. As for what I did, being in that I was in news, what you hear is not me, because it wouldn't be right for you to hear my opinion. Mm-hmm. So what we deliver as far as the stories that we cover, those things are just the facts, not our opinion. We're different from someone, say, a Keith Olbermann on MSNBC, or a Rachel Maddow, or someone who has more of a talk show and an opinion. The parts that are me and that were me and Joe together, you know, maybe we have a story that touched us, you know. Yeah. I can't tell you, Eric, how many people have come up to me and said, we watched Joe Tuesday night at 10, and he looked pale as a ghost.
He did.
His eyes were watery. You know what?
He did. Joe looked like, it was like, and I could see it,
He said it was gut-wrenching from what I'm told. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
But I've heard it. Okay. Yeah. And you know what? That's him. So he read the story, which was his job, and he did it. And then, you know, the emotion did break through. Sometimes we have stories that touch us. I did a story about one of my son's little classmates who had to have a 5-organ, I believe it was a 3-organ transplant. You know, that story touched me. And so sometimes we'll comment, we'll talk about things going into weather, but as far as the news, we give you the news without our opinion. That's not what you're here for. And then we try to just, you know, brighten your day in those lighter moments when we can.
Well, you've done a wonderful job at it, and like I say, it just coming across so real. I mean, and like I say, I'm the kind of person who can tell real and fake. So, you know, with that in mind, I just think you've done a wonderful job with that station, and I know, like I say, the world is yours.
Thank you, Eric. God bless you.
Bye. Hey, Cole, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Bev. Good morning, Miss Davis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, just fine. I just wanted to just add on to what the other callers have just said. You know, when one door has closed, there are several more out there that are going to be open.